Update of activities from ministries, departments and agencies of Abia State Government.
My name's Prince Ozo Nwachukwu. I'm from Noi, Owerenta area in the Selangor South Local Government of Abia State. I am the Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs in Abia State Government. I also serve as the Chairman Abia State Harmonized Task Force. The mandate of my office as Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs is that we are expected to manage and administer the local governments, oversee the functions of the local governments, 17 of them in our state. Those oversight functions also will have to do management of staff through the Local Government Service Commission and administration in the various local government areas. And then the projects that we have to do in those local governments. Those are the things that we handle from the local government perspective. On the chieftaincy, we oversee the chieftaincy institution and the autonomous communities and the villages under the various local governments. Those are our core functions. Well, when we came in here, part of the problems that we met on ground is that there were a lack of records, and a lot of things were quite uncoordinated. Looking through the entire local government system, the structures were dilapidated. The administration was weak. We met a lot of truancy, on all committed staff, workforce. Talking about the chieftaincy, when we came in, we knew that, of course, we had traditional rulers, but nobody could ascertain the exact number of traditional rulers, in Abia. And given the number of autonomous communities we had, we needed to establish the number of traditional rulers that were alive, healthy, and living, that the state government should be taking care of as provided by law. So those information, they were not there. A lot of structures that had been started, several places in the local governments were abandoned. At the joint local government and state level, we met the Joint Accounts Allocation Committee building, which is called the JAC building, abandoned for over 8 years by the time we came in. Big 5-story building structure, abandoned, and nothing was happening. Those are the things we met on ground. So essentially, unmotivated staff, uncoordinated staff, uncoordinated administration, dilapidated structures all over the place, unverified number of traditional rulers, several communities in crisis, one problem or the other. Those are the things we met on ground. Well, God had helped us. Like I said, we needed to start with the traditional institution. And so last year, we called for the enumeration of traditional rulers, leveraging on the traditional rulers we already had on ground, those who we identified as the leaders in all the local governments. And then they had to help us collect their numbers. And at the end of the day, we established that we had 538 as at then traditional rulers across the local governments in the state. And so with that number, we started the full implementation of the 5% allocation accruable to the local government, as approved by law, which before the advent of this administration, they were not receiving. Each local government is expected to pay 5% of their statutory revenue allocation for the upkeep of traditional rulers. So we started the implementation of that, and then we've been handling that since then. Then on communities, we met a lot of communities that were in crisis, chieftaincy task forces here and there. We've been leveraging on mediation as a major tool to bring about peace in these communities. And then we have conducted several plebiscites in several communities, Okonako Ohofia community, in our Ohofia local government, in Akwete. We also conducted, and then there are 3 others that are in line, that we are going to handle. And these have brought a lot of peace to these, local government areas and to these autonomous communities.